What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another live streaming episode of The Gaming Show, where we are broadcasting on 4 platforms. We're broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Periscope. So those are the 4 platforms that we are streaming live on as of right now. Before I get into it, you saw the title. It's not a big deal owning these next-gen consoles. The next-gen consoles that I'm talking about is the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X. And I'll go over why I don't think that it's a big deal with owning these systems right now. And before y'all start jumping into it, yes, I am the proud owner of the Xbox Series X, and I do have a PlayStation 5. So before we get into it, man, I got to shout out some of these promotions, man. The Gaming Show, we love to give back. This is coming out of our own pocket, man. We will hope y'all will participate, man. We are giving away a whole ton of games at the end of the year. On Christmas Day, you'll be receiving Super Mario Brothers 3D All-Stars, Cyberpunk, Spider-Man Miles Morales. You'll also be getting Call of Duty, Cold War, and Madden 2021. The more people that participate, the more games that we will add for this. All right. And the other thing that we are doing is we're giving away a copy of Cyberpunk. Yes, on the Xbox and on the PlayStation. And the way that you have to participate in these raffles is you have to donate to the Gaming Show by going to our Cash App. That's $THAGAMERS. It's the Gaming Show. It's the way that we spell it. Now, how you participate, you have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. Also, when you doing a donation for your raffle tickets, you need to specify what raffle you're participating in. So the Christmas giveaway is $5. Plus, you have to pay for your shipping, man. And the more people that participate in it, the more games that we will add. So if you donate $5, you would say, hey, I'm donating in the Christmas giveaway. If you donate like $1 or $2 and you just want to participate in a Cyberpunk raffle, you just say participating in the Cyberpunk raffle, I want it on the Xbox or I want it on the PlayStation. You must specify that because we have 2 separate tickets that we're giving out. We'll do a drawing whenever the hell this Cyberpunk mess comes out. We'll do a drawing on that day. We'll do an Xbox drawing and we'll do a PlayStation drawing. And that's how you would win. Okay? So getting into it. All right. Now, the reason why I made this video is my man called me up and he was like, is it worth getting an Xbox One Series X or S? So when I was explaining to him some of the stuff, it was kind of confusing because of the lettering of these systems, right? So currently, you got to remember, through the Xbox family, you have multiple consoles is out. You have the last gen consoles of the Xbox One, and then you have the current gen of the Xboxes that just dropped. The last gen of the Xboxes that just dropped, and I'm not talking about the original Xbox, the Xbox that came out when we still had Blockbuster and Radio Shack. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the OG Xbox. Okay? So this is where it get confusing. The Xbox, I forget how many years it came out, but it may have came out like maybe 5 or 7 years ago. So there is the Xbox One. Okay. That system you really can't find too much on the market now. You could probably find it in a pawn shop somewhere for a low price. Then there's the Xbox X. That was the enhancement of the graphics. That was the Xbox One predecessor. So y'all got to keep this kind of like in flow, right? So Xbox One X was the predecessor. That one had the better graphics. Then you had the Xbox One S. That was the white console. They both looked similar, but one was like dark greenish black, and the other one was just white. Okay. Then you had the Xbox One all digital. That one had no disk drive in it, right? So when you brought that one, you couldn't. The only thing that you could do is download. You couldn't insert no Blu-rays, no game disc. Okay. Now, fast forward to maybe a week ago when these new systems came out. Now, these are called, and Microsoft screwed up with this wording of these consoles. Now you have the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. The difference between the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, and I said Zebra Sam. Xbox Series, I didn't say Zebra. What's it? X-Ray. All right. I said Zebra. My apologies. So the Xbox Series X-Ray and the Xbox Series Sam. The difference between the X-Ray, or I hope I'm not confusing y'all, but I'm saying X, and I don't want y'all to confuse my lettering because I just messed up and said I put the advisory on here so I can curse. So I just fucked up and said something else, Zebra. No. Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. All right. The difference between those two is the S does not have a optical drive. And when I say optical drive, I'm talking about a drive where you can put in discs. So you can't put your Blu-rays in there, and you can't go out to, the stores and buy physical copies and put them in there. You can't do that with the S, right? All right. So before I start talking about why it's not a big deal, let me jump on to the PlayStation. Now the PlayStation has, let's just count it off. You have the original PlayStation that came out the same time as the Xbox One came out. So you have the PlayStation 4 OG, right? Then you have the PlayStation 4 Pro. That was the enhanced graphics, supposed to be. Enhanced graphics, faster loader time. That was comparable to the Xbox X, which was the Xbox One predecessor. So you had the OG PlayStation, you had the PlayStation, the OG PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Pro, okay, and that's the one that looks like the little hamburger that sounds like you're about to take a flight to Florida after a couple of months. Then you have the PlayStation 4 Slim, okay, so you have 3 generations of PlayStation 4s out there, right? Now, hopefully I didn't confuse y'all. So it's just digital. Yeah. So I didn't finish hopping on that. So the OG PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Pro, the PlayStation 4 Slim, now about 2 weeks ago, now the PlayStation 5 has arrived, and the PlayStation 5 all digital. The difference between the all digital and the regular PlayStation 5 is the PlayStation 5 has an optical drive. The PlayStation all digital does not have an optical drive. So once again, you just can't go inside the stores and buy your disc, or you can't play your Blu-rays or DVDs or whatever disc that you have. So if you are a person that had the PlayStation 4, or you had the Xbox One X, and you wind up getting an Xbox S series or PlayStation 4 or digital, you're not going to be able to use none of your discs. None of your discs will be able to transport over there. So yes, so it's just digital. The PlayStation 5 all digital, and the Xbox Series S is all digital. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's not a real big deal to own one of these things right now. Okay. And again, yes, I do possess both of these systems. So I do have both of these systems. Mike and I were able to comp both of these systems. The Xbox on the launch day without pre-ordering, and we got the PlayStation 5 on the next day without having to pre-order or deal with these bots that brought them all up. Okay. So the first reason why there's no big deal to own the new Xbox Series S or X and the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 5 digital is there's no exclusive games on either system. No exclusive games. And some of y'all Sony people may be saying, no, we got Spider-Man Miles Morales. No, you don't. Because Spider-Man Miles Morales is not an exclusive PlayStation 5 game because you can still get this on the PlayStation 4. So it's not exclusive. Also, you can argue the fact that Demon's Souls is on the PlayStation 5. That's a remake. There's another supposed to be PlayStation 5 exclusive game, and I think that it's called Godfall. But Godfall honestly reminds me of when the Xbox 360 debuted, and they came out with this game called Cameo. And it's a cartoony type game. Now, a lot of people brought these next-gen games, not only for the fast loading times, but they also wanted better graphics. We wanted to see graphics like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, how that looks, right? And that's on the PlayStation 4, and that's on the Xbox One X. So these games are on the last-gen consoles, but they look beautiful, man. So no exclusive games. And I'm not counting. I know that Godfall is supposed to be an exclusive game, but it's a cartoony type game. So it doesn't really show off the graphical power that I want to see. I want to see realism, since this thing is so damn powerful. 8 teraflops, 12 teraflops, 8K, and all this other stuff. So I'm not giving it a pass on that. Both of them don't have no big launch titles. Every time we had received a new console, whether it be a new Sony console, new Microsoft console, Sega, Nintendo, Panasonic 3DO, all this other stuff, whenever we received a new console, there was always exclusive games that was not on the previous console, right? So I can remember when the Xbox 360 came out and that first Call of Duty that came out, and you can go inside like EB Games or Beverages, and they had the display and you can play that drink. That didn't look anything like the original Xbox. All right. So that was an exclusive next gen game, you know what I'm saying, to the Xbox. So graphics look better. Everything looked better. All right. So no exclusive games. That's number one. And I'm going to probably lose count. So everybody in the chat, please keep count for me. Number two, although you can get these consoles, although they're in your grasp, but you have to do a lot of work to get it and not pay these scalpers these big dollars, because these consoles are going to be in stores sooner than you think. Second thing is you don't have a TV to run these consoles. Okay. Prime example. When I believe it was the Nintendo Wii U. When that came out, you had two different type of connections, composite and component, right? You had one of the, I keep forgetting what composite and component is. Let me go to YouTube and check something real quick. Okay. All right. So, I'm talking about TV hookups. Excuse me. I don't have corona. Okay. Talk about TV hookups. When the Wii U came out, you can either hook it up, or this was on the PlayStation too. I mean, this was on the Xbox and PlayStation. You can either hook it up HDMI. No, not on the Wii U, but on the Wii U, you can hook it up either composite or component cables. A component cable has 5 different connections. You have the green, the blue, you have 2 reds, and you have 1 white, right? Component, everybody always seen this. You have a yellow, which is for video, and a white and red, which is for left and right channel, right? But if you noticed, when you hook the composite cable up, that just gave you that 1 yellow video signal. When you got that cable to hook up the component signal, which you had 5 different wires you had to hook up, then you saw a dramatic difference between the video. The video was a lot clearer, a whole lot clearer, right? Because now you're going into somewhat of high definition graphics. So that's what I'm saying with this, with the TV. When you have, can you turn up the audio? All right, hold on. 2. All right, hopefully y'all can hear me now. So, 2. When you buy these new consoles and you don't have the TV to run it, you're not seeing the full capability out of your console. And for one thing, at least with the PlayStation 5, is that if you get a disc that you can play the PlayStation 4 and 5 disc game, a lot of people are playing the PlayStation 4 version on their PlayStation 5, not noticing that it's not playing the PlayStation 5 version. For instance, Spider-Man Miles Morales. If you got the PlayStation 5 disc alone, the PlayStation 5 disc, then you would be playing the PlayStation 5 version. If you got the PlayStation 4 disc and you installed it in your PlayStation 5, you do have the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 version, but when you start to play it, it defaults to the PlayStation 4 version. Oh, you're welcome, man. So it defaults to the PlayStation 4 version. You have to go in on the game tab, and then you have to click the button, the option button, and it's going to tell you what version you're about to start up, whether you want to start up the PlayStation 5 version or start up the PlayStation 4 version. So you must click on that. Even with me, and I'm a video game reviewer, I don't have the TV to run all the features of these new consoles. I can do 1440p at 120 frames per second, and that's just mind blowing. I can do 4K 30, but I can't do 4K. No, I can do 4K 30. I can do 4K 60, but I can't do 4K 120. So that leaves me at a disadvantage when I play these games, because I can't see where my investment went, because now I got to save up to get a TV that's going to support the graphical power that both of these systems are dishing out, which I can't see right now. That's why I tell you people, don't go to these scalpers, because the same price that you paid to get that expensive PlayStation 5, if you spend almost two grand for it, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? You are a fucking idiot if you choose to pay that much for a game system. If you pay $2,000 for one game system, guess what, man? You could have brought the PlayStation 5. You could have brought the Xbox One Series. I'm sorry to call it a one. You could have brought the Xbox Series X. You could have brought a TV that supported. You could have brought the memory cards that support the Xbox One Series X. Because let me tell you, when you start loading next gen games on this thing, it goes up fast. So, yeah, just wait. I'm telling. And if y'all watch my stream before, I told y'all how y'all can go get these consoles that's in these stores. You just have to be diligent. And at the end of the broadcast, I'll tell you again how to do it. So, That's the second thing. TV, it just doesn't support. It just doesn't support it, right? I'm gonna give you an analogy. Say if you lived across the street from where you worked at, right? You work at the 7-Eleven across the street. Going across the street is 2 lanes. One going northbound and one going southbound. It's just a 1-lane road. Like if you lived off of Ritchie Road, right? And if you cross the street, the 7-Eleven right there, it takes you less than 2 minutes to leave your house and walk to 7-Eleven. That's where you work at. But you won a lottery and you brought a Ferrari. Your Ferrari, you just drove back and forth to work. That's all you did. That's the only reason why you brought it. Hey, you wasted your money just to drive that car across the street, because the car's not going to stay on no more than 10 minutes by the time you warm it up, and then you go across the street and park it, and it's just sitting in the parking lot, and that's all that you're doing, right? Yeah, you can $2,000, you can build a gaming PC for that. And we got comments going on through our y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it on the screen? Okay, y'all can see it. Oh, on the screen right there. So y'all can chime in through Facebook, or because I'm multicasting, semi-casting on 4 different platforms. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch TV, and Periscope. So everybody's joining in on the chat. So the TV situation is great if you can get these systems, but you're not, unless you went on ahead and prepared for the launch of these consoles, and you got a TV with HDMI 2.0 and it can handle 4K gaming at 120 frames per second, and you got the HDR10 and all the other stuff, then you're fine. If you got that, then you're fine, right? But if you don't have that, I'm not knocking not getting these systems. I'm just knocking don't do it on eBay with these scalpers. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay. So moving on to my next point is the interface. Now, the interface is more of like when you turn your console on, the stuff that you see. You know, your options, your games, how you go into it, and all this other stuff. The Xbox side, the same interface that if you have a regular Xbox One X or Xbox One S or Xbox One all digital, or you have the OG Xbox. Now, I even believe that. You have the same dashboard. The same dashboard, man. If you were to stream and you say, okay, I got the Xbox One Series X, and you turned on your console and they looked at your dashboard, they couldn't tell if you was lying or not, because everything looks the same. It's very, very identical. And I don't know why they did that. I guess to streamline, like from the PC side and the gaming console side, if they just streamline that to make it unified or whatever. So like one person hopping off the PC don't get confused if he hopping on his console, because it's kind of hard to learn the new UI, you know, when new systems come out, because everything is all different. As far as the PlayStation, there are some dramatic changes in the PlayStation. The interface looks different. The way you turn it off and stuff like that looks different. The way that you play your games are different. You have faster loading times, especially when I put in load up Spider-Man Miles Morales. As soon as I click it, like less than a second, when I'm at the menu where you stand at the subway, it's less than a second. Less than a second. Let me check the chats. Okay. And that may be I prefer the PS4. Yeah. Yeah, turning it off. Other stuff is different. My Xbox is crappy as hell. Games don't run smooth. So that's where you get into a lot of stuff. Like, okay, a lot of these streamers, because Mike and I are like shrimp in the ocean, right? We're not that big, right? But we love our family that follows us and chime in, and I appreciate everybody that's watching here. These jokers are going to give they're going to be flat out lying, like Lamar Wilson, Boogie 928 or whatever his name is, Rich from Review Tech USA. I stopped following his ass when the pre-orders was handling, because he got more than what he should have gotten with it being so scarce. I'm like, why would you do this? Why would you be online saying this, that, and the other? The only person that I really follow is this girl named Trippy. And if anybody know Trippy, tell her she's a dynamite person, because I followed her, and that's how Mike and I, plus a couple of my folks, were able to secure the Xbox One X Series and the PlayStation 5. So big up to Trippy Mail, okay? So where was I at? Forgot what I was saying. Jeez. But yeah, these the interface and stuff like that. But if you notice, every time that a new console came out, we always had a different interface. When the original Xbox came out, y'all remember that little green interface? And then when Xbox 360 came out, you had those little sliding pages and stuff like that. We want to see something new. We didn't pay $500 or $530 on one console just to see the old stuff, right? So that's one thing that really craps me, man, is just the not seeing a new UI, at least on the Xbox side, right? So with that, there's some stuff with the PlayStation, especially. Let me put this out here: if y'all have Spider-Man Miles Morales and you notice that your frames has dipped down to like 24 frames, you know, when you swinging, I had that problem, man. And it wasn't the system; it was when you unlock that suit, and then you have to go into that suit equipment, and on the side it'll say something like some suit is equipped. You have to unequip it. I forget what it is, but your PlayStation 4, it happens on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. And I thought that it was slowing down because the power in my controller was dying. I was like, or my system was about to fail. But I researched it and found out that it's just inside the suit portion. You have to disable that thing. I forget what it was. But you'll see it if you play Spider-Man Miles Morales and you notice that slow down frame, because they're trying to make it look like the animated Spider-Man that came out with Miles Morales with the Porky Pig and all that other stuff, the different dimensions there that came out a while ago. All right, so with that stuff, man, it's not really a big deal with owning these consoles, man, especially with my other point with the bugs. Right? So we early adapters that get these launch consoles have to take a potential loss on our system. The girl Trippy Mail, her system went down. Her system went completely down. And she had to get another one from GameStop. Mike and I both experienced the rebuilding database shit that went on. But hope, knock on wood, our shit don't break down, right? Then we also experienced where they was telling us don't put it on standby mode and don't play games off external drives. I quickly detached my external drive, and I don't put my PlayStation 5 in rest mode. I just turn it off. But why should I have to do that? These systems should have been tested before they came out. And there are reasons that the Xbox Series X is bricking, but I can't put my finger on why. Why It's turning off and other stuff. It's different. Oh, yeah, turning it off and other stuff is different. Yeah, just to I get that. I appreciate PlayStation changing its UI, but I don't appreciate Xbox for keeping their UI the same. It's a brand new UI, one that we haven't seen on on the previous change. But if you had the Xbox X, or if you had the Xbox Series S or the Xbox All Digital, you've seen that. But I want something different. I want something that looks different than what I had before. They made the console look different and the Xbox and the PlayStation. I want my UI to be different with the Xbox and the PlayStation. At least Sony upgraded their controller. With Xbox, they didn't really upgrade anything other than put a share button on it. So that's like you drinking the Arnold Palmer, and then you drinking the Arnold Palmer with lemon. It ain't that damn much difference, man. So with the Xbox, they're saying that it harnessed all its power. It harnessed all, and I think I'm gonna go back to what I was about to say. It harnessed all its power. But you can't see that power if you don't have the TV to support it. And hopefully, I'll go back on this if I didn't finish it. All these YouTubers that were handed systems by Microsoft and Sony, they're going to bullshit you because they're sponsored by these guys. You can't say anything bad about Sony or Xbox because we gave you a console. You say anything bad about it, we ain't gonna give you shit else. So they don't have to pay for their consoles. So they're gonna give you the bullshit line of it. As an owner of the Xbox Series X, I don't have the S. As an owner of the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, I'm keeping it 100 with y'all, man. The shit ain't all what it's cracked up to be. Now, I'm glad I got it. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I'm glad I got it. But now that I got it, you know how many fucking times I played on my Xbox Series X? And you know how many times I played my my PlayStation 5? Since the day of release? Less than what I'm holding up now. Because there's nothing on there that's exciting me, man. I have Demon Souls. I haven't installed it yet. Because, and now I'm thinking about, I am going to take the shit back. Because it's not a next gen game. It's a remake. It's a remake. They may have it may be new, pretty shiny shit that's in there. But it's a remake at the end of the day. There's nothing that's on these next gen consoles that's going to make you say, okay, yeah, man, I need to run out and get that joint. I got to have that joint, man. Not if you just want the next best thing, which I have to admit, yeah, I wanted it. I was pressed for it. I ain't going to bullshit you. I was pressed for the PlayStation 5 and I was pressed for the Xbox Series X. And I've told y'all, see, this is why I keep it 100 with y'all. I say I was going to hate on motherfuckers that got it before I did if I didn't get one. I was going to hate on people. Hate. And I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I'm being 100, 1,000 with you, bro. I was going to hate. But then I got mine and I'm like, all right, I'm cool now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the 100% truth. And even though I got these consoles, I'm telling y'all, it's not a big fucking deal with these consoles, man. Every other video that you see, they gonna bullshit you. They are gonna bullshit you. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna bullshit you about these consoles. And most people don't know about no fucking teraflops and gigs and terabytes and shit like that. Most motherfuckers just know, okay, I'm gonna put this game in. Oh, and the game look pretty. The game look good. Yeah, it's going to look good because your brain is going to tell you that that game looks good, especially if you playing on the PlayStation 5 and you accidentally boot up a PlayStation 4 game. You may play Spider-Man Miles Morales and beat the game only playing the PlayStation 4 version, and you tell your friend, oh man, that shit better than that's the next best thing since sliced bread, man. Because your brain is thinking, now that you're playing on the PlayStation 5, everything is looking better. Oh, it's faster load up times and shit like that. But graphically, this shit ain't there. You understand? And I'm always, it's still a personal thing. I'm happy with the play. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all. I am happy that I have the PlayStation 5. And I'm happy that I have the Xbox Series X. I'm happy that I have both of these consoles. But after owning these consoles and playing them for a little bit that I have, I'm like, I didn't get any sleep since last Sunday for all this shit. You got to watch the horror story on how we were able to secure the Xbox One X Series X, and the PlayStation 5, right? So I'm happy. I'm cool. I am so super duper with it. So super duper with it, right? And we also, I told y'all the stuff that we're giving away at the beginning of the program. I'm doing a new thing now until December. If we can get 30 people and the views, I'll give a game away. Right? I'll give a game away. That's because the views are so low, man. We need to get more people in here because we're not sponsored and we give shit away that comes out of our pockets. You know what I'm saying? So, we can get the count up 30 people in here before the stream ends. I'll give a game away. But that's what it is, man. It's not all cookies and creams with these fucking PlayStations. And also with the PlayStation 5 is, how do you launch a console that does not utilize all of the enhancements of its debut? The thing I'm talking about is being able to access that SSD that's inside of the console. You have the M2 drive, right? For you to put more games on, right? That's not accessible. You can't put an M.2 drive in there. You can, but the system does not recognize it. I'm like, fuck, man. You know how many games I have? If you go check our list, you see that we have like 800 some odd games that we let our members share play. But the games that you can turn into PS5 games that it's on my console right now, it's filled up. You know, I just got a notification that Mortal Kombat Ultimate is now a PlayStation 5 game. I tried to install it on there, but I had to delete some games that was on there. I don't want to have to keep doing that shit. On my PlayStation 4, I got 4 different hard drives. And all my games are stored on there. So why must I keep deleting shit and putting shit back on? That's how everybody got fucked up on PT. PT was the best looking game ever I have seen ever. It even looked better than some of these next gen games. PT, Silent Hills, marvelous game. I kept mine. I never deleted it off my system. Now you can't download it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to have to keep downloading and offloading these games, because the bad thing about owning digital games is when that software company decides not to be in business anymore, they don't have any obligation to keep up with their servers. So let's say, for instance, like pictures. Hold on, I get to that. Pictures and shit like that. It's just crazy. Okay, a web browser. As far as a web browser on the PlayStation 5, there is a way to get on the internet. I think you have to go through your warranty, that warranty page, or you have to. It's something where you add Twitch as one of your streaming applications, and through Twitch you could navigate through the internet on some level, but you have to go through adding these streaming channels that you want to do on your PlayStation 5. So it's not the full internet. It's somewhat of like what the Nintendo Wii U was when it came out, because Nintendo Wii U didn't have a full internet browser, but it had some way for you to get online, and I think later on they changed that shit. I don't know. Yeah. Now the storage on these consoles, that's another thing. On the Xbox X Series, Series X, you have to damn nearly buy an Xbox S Series for the price that they are charging for those memory cards in order to store your data. And 1 terabyte is not enough. 1 terabyte is not enough for these next gen games. And I don't want to have to keep offloading I don't want to have to keep doing that shit. And even on the PlayStation 5 side with the M.dot drive, you know how many times you got to keep taking your PlayStation from where you're housing it at to open up that shit to install that M.dot drive? If you have like 7 different M.dot drives with everything on it, you know what I'm saying? I have 8 terabytes. I have 5 terabytes on, what is it, 7? It's 2 4s, I do know, and 2 7s, or 2 5s, or 2 6. 6 terabytes. And I got all my games spread around on those. Could you imagine me getting a terabyte M.dot drive? You know what I mean? And then the M2 drives are fucking expensive. They're really expensive. And then they have to be a certain speed and all this other shit in order to get with the PlayStation. It's costing gamers too fucking much. Now, Sony and Microsoft should have been able to let you install your own SSD in there. They did it with the PlayStation 2. No, they did it with the PlayStation 3, and they did it with the PlayStation 4. PlayStation should have still kept that note to let you install your own SSD drive. That's what I'm saying, man. Don't buy that shit from eBay, because you're going to be spending more. You're going to spend $3,000 or $2,000 on the system when you could have spent $2,000. First, you could have paid your car note, or you could have paid your rent or your mortgage with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you could have had fun with the rest of the money. But why would you pay $2,000 for a $530 system? That $2,000, you can spend that building a gaming rig. That's something that you spend $2,000 on. $2,000 if you're a streamer like myself, or you're a cameraman like myself. $2,000 go towards new equipment. That's justifiable. $2,000 go towards bills in the house. That's justifiable. If you had an extra $530 and you've been saving up since the announcement of these next gen consoles, and you've been eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a couple of weeks just to save $1, that's fine. You put that money aside, that's fine. You got that $530 set aside, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. But not when these scalpers are charging these exorbitant prices for these consoles. When you pay that, you can get everything else that you need for the console. You could have got a couple of terabyte hard drives for the Xbox, which is fucking ridiculous at $220 a piece. You could have even got an Xbox Series S and had that shit downstairs somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You could have got a TV. There's a TV, I think it's like $600 that handles everything that the Xbox Series S, X, and the PlayStation 5 dishes out. I forget what brand of TV it is, but it does the 4K at 120. So you could have got all of that, plus a gaming chair, plus fucking some Crown Royal. You could have brought, you know how many Crown Royal peaches you could have brought? Fuck that. I'm not, these scalpers, I'm not paying all of that shit for that. Fuck that. If I couldn't secure these consoles, I would have just had to wait, man. I'd have been mad. I'd have been hotter than fish grease. You understand me? Hot. But I would have had no other choice but to wait. What the fuck am I going to manufacture one? I just have to play on the consoles that I was on and then just hate on motherfuckers that had this shit. Like, oh, fuck him, man. He got an Xbox One Series. Man, fuck him. Oh, he got a PlayStation 5. Oh, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? So, or fuck her. Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the way that I would have took it. That's the way that I would have took it. And, let me see. That's probably your TV. Fucking fucker left mine. So, yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, man. If I wasn't able to secure that shit, man, I'd have been hating on motherfuckers left and right. And I tell you the reason why I stopped listening to subscribing to these big companies, these big peoples like Rich and Boogie and Lamar Wilson and some other tech dude, not Linus, but tall black skinny dude with like the Gumby haircut, is because number one, the shortages of these next gen consoles, they were just getting it, and I think they were like just braggadocious about it. With Rich from Review Tech USA, and I used to shout him out, but when I saw his stream and he was trying to secure multiple PlayStations and multiple Xboxes, and people in this chat saying, you're scalping them. He was like, no, I'm not going to scalp them. I may give them to somebody that... You don't need an Xbox Series X and an Xbox Series S in your house at the day of launch, because you have to be considerate for other people that can't get one. The bots brought up all them shits, man. And every time the shit go live, the bots get them. So, after I seen that shit, I just stopped following them. I unsubscribed from them. Stop following them, man. I don't want to hear you keep bragging about the shit when half the people in the world can't even get them. You know what I'm saying? And Trippy Mail, she kept it real. She was up trying to get everybody their shit. You know what I'm saying? She was a little bit braggadocious too, but she was out there working for these people trying to get them a PlayStation. I mean, she was going to stores. She was calling people and man, and because she was the one that hit me to it. You know what I'm saying? You have to decipher what they were saying, especially about with Target. You have to decipher what they were saying about oh, my bad, people on Facebook, because I'm trying to hold up. All right, so where was I at? But I just stopped listening to him because of that reason. If you can't, as a streamer, right? I'm not gonna brag about the shit. I'm not gonna brag about what I have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna brag about what I have, because if y'all knew where I came from, it's a blessing to be where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a whole fucking lot. A whole lot. And where I'm at right now, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Shit just, that's another story with it. That's another story. Okay. So, oh, what's up, man? So, I'm telling y'all how y'all can secure the Xbox One Series X and the PlayStation 5 if you want so. When Target was saying that they can only sell online, well, you had to decipher that. because on launch day they only could sell online, right? But on the day after, they could sell inside stores. And the reason why we knew what inventory that they had was we went to either Pop Finder, or if you have an Apple device, you have to have this app called My Store. My Store will give you a guesstimation of their inventory. So if you're looking for anything, either Pop Finder or My Store, say you're looking for a George Foreman grill. If it says that it has 3 or 4, mark one off, right? But if they say they have 2, especially with the next gen consoles, one of them are going to be that display console that's inside the store. So if they say they only have 1, more than likely that's just that display, because they have to keep that in their inventory as a dummy unit just to show off. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't think it's really a dummy unit because it's really running. So you have to do that. And let me do this. I'll go. I'll show y'all real quick. Well, let me take some stuff off the. Take some of the stuff off the screen. Okay, so I'm about to hit y'all to. All right. So, okay. So I just explained to y'all why it's not a big deal to own these next gen consoles right now. You know what I'm saying? If you get the TV that can handle it, then you in there like swimwear. But if you don't, it's no big fucking deal, because when you put it on your TV, you're going to say, oh, wow, this shit, oh, this. But then when you put it on the TV that can support it, you're going to be like, God damn. It's like going from Atari 2600 to PlayStation 5. That's what the graphic fidelity is going to be. I may be over exaggerating, but when you get that TV that can do 4K at 120 frames, man, look. But if you want to get it and play it on a TV that you have now that don't support it, get it if you can. If you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you not to get it. I'm just telling you it's no big deal, because you may not have some of the stuff that you need to run it. All right. So if you want to find out where the inventory is, what the inventory is in some of these stores, you have to go to this website called Pop Finder. Now, anybody can access this, either if you have it on Android or PlayStation. So for the people that's chatting on Facebook and the people that's chatting on Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch, I'll get to you in a second. I just can't see it. I got 3 monitors that I'm trying to look at one time. So you're the Pop Finder. Now with Pop Finder, it's going to give you stock of what's in Target, GameStop, B&H. A lot of you may not have heard of B&H. B&H is where I get my professional camera equipment from. So they are legit. They are not no fly by night. That's why I got my Blackmagic 4K cinema camera from. So, and I had to order it. You know, they do have a store in New York where you can buy it and go pick it up. But B&H is a reputable company. They are not no bullshit. I give you my 100%. I can go to my B&H account and I can show you what I purchased from B&H. That's why I got my Blackmagic cinema camera. And if you know anything about professional videography, you know that Blackmagic is not no bullshit. If you got a Blackmagic, it's comparable to a Red camera. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, do your research, man. Sam's Club, Best Buy, and Walgreens. Now you can check any of these stores. But since you can physically walk inside the Target whenever they do have it, let's check Target real quick. So you'll click on Target and go down here. It says consoles, right? Click on the console that you want. PlayStation 5. Put in your zip code. Get stopped. I guarantee you, if I keep doing this, like putting in different zip codes, one will pop up. All right, so let's do the digital one. And which one do I recommend getting between the digital and the physical? If you're a person that buy most of your games through the PlayStation app or the Xbox app, then get the digital. My Xbox has 3 different 8 terabyte hard drives on it because they're daisy chained. So I'm good. But that's only applying to the Xbox One X games. It's not applying to the Xbox Series X games. So let's do Xbox One X series. That's the one that just came out. None. So I'll figure that. Let's do this S series. Now this is just all digital. I doubt they have any here. No. Okay. So I doubt Sam's Club is gonna have any. Let's try Sam's. Sam's will have more bundles than anything else. Oh. Now I did check this through one day when I was streaming live, and there was a store that did have a couple of these left. Okay. So this is where you go, and this is not just for Xbox or video game system. This is for, let's go back to Target real quick. The Post headsets that everybody is trying to get. Let's see if anybody has it in stock. Oh shit. District Ice has one. Fuck. Ain't that a bitch? God damn. Fuck. And even with that one, I wouldn't trust it. Now, if they said they had 3, then yeah. But god damn. Ain't that about a bitch? Let's see how many cameras they got. All right, so I'm looking. If I was looking for, I already got one, but I'm thinking about taking this shit back because you really don't need. Well, the way I got mine set up is, yeah, I probably still would need it. So, like I said, man, it's showing you the stores and it's showing you their inventory. So I would trust all the ones that say like 3 and 4. Those are the ones that I would trust, and those are the ones I would definitely trust. This one that says they got 4. But we're just talking about the cameras. We're not talking about the consoles itself. Let's look at the controllers. See how many controllers they got. God damn. 32 fucking controllers. 22 controllers at Brandywine. Oxon Hill got 20. Oh, that ghetto ass place. I would, nah, fuck that. I wouldn't go to the Target in Oxon Hill. But damn, them motherfuckers got 20. See, and this is what it was like that that night before the night after PlayStation that came out, because I found out that the Target that I got it from had 8, but really didn't. They had 8, but they sold one to their employees because one of the employees walked out with his PlayStation 5 before we were even let in. So that was kind of fucked up, Target. But it wasn't fucked up for us. My 4-man squad, but well, not 4-man because Dot was out there too. So our 4-person squad was able to get one. And I know some of y'all are probably saying something in the chat real quick, but this shit is real accurate, man. Really accurate. So, like I said, this is not just for consoles. This is pretty much for anything that you might want to check out. So I just type in foodie, right? Now I got this one, man. This is awesome. I'm about to start doing, after this situation I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm about to start doing like cooking shows. You know what I'm saying? But this Ninja Foodie, this is fantastic. Let me tell you, I don't work for these motherfuckers, but this shit right here, yeah, that shit go. All right, so if y'all, and let me tell y'all, I know we talking about video game system, but if y'all able to get y'all hands on this Foodie, it's a steamer and it's a air fryer, man. I'm telling you, this is better than sliced bread right here. You hear me? Let's see how many of them they got. All right. So, like I said, if you go to that website and you either type in what you want or whatever, it's going to show you that their inventory. So, I'm telling you, hey, let's switch topics for a second. When I saw the commercial of the Foodie processor, see, I already got a couple of air fryers, right? I got like 2 air fryers already, and I got a steamer, right? But when I saw everything that this steamer could do, that Ninja steamer, I had to go get that shit, man. So that part comes off, right? That's your steamer, right? That's your steamer and a couple of other settings that you can do. When you take that off, this is your air fryer. So you close that lid. That comes off and you can close that. The reason why that's sitting up there like that is because they have the steamer thing on it. And man, I'm telling you, I'm a seafood fanatic. Everybody know that. That's why I got gout now. And although I love cooking seafood, I'm always fucking up on shrimp. I can never fix shrimp because every time I fix shrimp, it tastes like it's never all the way fully cooked, right? It has some type of rawness to it. Man, I put some shrimp in this motherfucker. I'm telling you, man, it's like you died and went to fucking, I ain't gonna say the other part, but I'm telling you, when you cook shrimp in here and you steam it, oh my God. You put 20 minutes on frozen shrimp, y'all, on frozen shrimp. You put this shit on 20 minutes, man. We put some Dungeness crabs in here. We put the shrimp in there. I haven't tried the lobster yet because I think we're eating lobster tonight. But when we put stuff in here, oh my Lord, have mercy. You can tell I'm a fat boy. Man, I'm telling you. And not only do I have this one, I have the Ninja Grill, which I don't see here. Oh, that one. Oh, this motherfucker right here. I'm telling you, bruh. This shit right here. How much are the fries? I think this one was 170 and the other one was like 220 or something like that. I forget, but both of them are under $120, I believe, under $120. This one right here is like 179. I think we got this one from BJ's. or 169. And I'm telling you, this is just the air fryer, right? But we cook steaks on this joint. Oh, I'm not a steak person, bruh. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm gonna start doing some cooking shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Once shit gets situated with my shit, man, I think I'm gonna start doing cooking shows with these Ninja products, man. But enough of that. We talking about video games. But I'm just saying this just to say that you can go to this website and you can see what your inventory is inside the store that you're trying to get it from. And that's how I was able to secure my PlayStation 5. That's how I was able to secure it, because I was on this site and I was also on my store. Now, I should have hooked my iPhone up to the stream so y'all can see it. But it's only on Apple. It's not on Android. And also, it's only for Target now. And you set your store and you see how many that store have. When I had checked it, the Target that I was going to go to, which was in Falls Church, they had 40 of them. They had 40 PS5s. But then when they did that release on Wednesday where you can order it online and pick it up through the stores, the bots brought them. And if y'all don't know what bots are this computer software that people install on their system when these pre-orders, this stuff comes out. The bots are actually faster than the human hand, and it's able to buy multiple copies of whatever that you want to buy. You set what you want to buy, you put in your banking information, and it just, you know what I'm saying? And it just buys all the shit up. And that's what was happening with the bots. Hold on. Ouch. Oh, now in stock. Somebody saying is download now in stock. Doesn't, okay. Doesn't give you an exact number though. Yeah, even with this one, man, you would have to take this with a grain of salt, because even if it's a low number, you're going to want to subtract at least 1 or 2 from it. So if you see a store that has 4, I will go. If you see a store that has 3, you're taking a chance. If you see double digits, I would get the fuck quick. You hear me? I would get out there quick and get the shit. You know what I'm saying? And we just had a real bad experience with getting these consoles, man. The shit that we had to go through, especially to get the PS4. Man, we had to go through some shit to get that. Y'all can watch the horror story if y'all want to. With the Xbox, it was disappointing because Mike, which is my dear friend and co-host, a very good friend, he wasn't able to secure the Xbox One X series on launch day like I was. All intentions was there. We had everything set up, but when we were camping out, you know, they didn't see him physically, so they wouldn't sell. Although I put like 6 chairs out there, they wouldn't sell it. They wouldn't sell it to us. You know what I'm saying? And that was a debacle. With the my good friend Juan, he was able to secure one, and secure one for Mike the next day. So Mike actually got one. No, the day after that. He got one either the next day or the day after that. But on the PlayStation 5, we was locked. You know what I'm saying? Me, Mike, Juan, and my anonymous friend that he doesn't want me to mention his name because he don't want these clowns hating on him at work. But we was able to secure that PS4 on that Friday. that next day, because I think the PS4 came out on a Thursday, and we were able to secure it on a Friday. And we had, man, we had some cats out there that was faking tough, you know, asking us were we video gamers, trying to tell us that Oxen Hill had some. Fuck you mean Oxen Hill had something? If you know Oxen Hill had something, Slim, then why don't you go ahead over there? You know, the whole rule of camping, and you got to mind me with this. When you watch this show, man, it's like a cat dealing with a string. It just flip flops. You know what I'm saying? With the PlayStation 5, when you're camping out for either video game systems or shoes or whatever it is that you want to camp out for, there are rules, unwritten rules to this game that you must abide. Everybody knows them. You know what I'm saying? And there's just simply rules of life. When you go to the beach and you find a nice spot, right? Shady spot, a spot that ain't this. I'm talking prior COVID. When you go to the beach and you find a nice spot and nobody's taking it yet, you put your shit right there, right? Now that's your spot. I mean, you don't own it. You're not paying nothing on it. But that, your chairs and your umbrellas and all that other shit, all that solidifies that, hey, this is my space. So if another person comes up, they'll be like, all right, I can't sit there because they already got it. That's the same rules of camping. When you go out, you put your chairs and shit out there. That's your space. If you were there before somebody else got there and you was just late putting out your shit, it don't matter if you was sitting in the car or not. If you put your shit out there and if somebody put their shit out there before you, say you was like the cats that was behind us was there since 7 o'clock. We pulled up at 10:50 something. When I pulled up, I stopped in front and took the chairs and shit out. When I was parking my car, we seen some other cats get out. And then they put their shit behind us. Come to find out, them cats was there at 7 o'clock, way before us. But they wasn't even fucking mad. Because they was like, well, shit, we should have put our chairs out here before y'all did. Mind you, the store was already closed. It was like 10 something at night. So store was way closed before that. But then you had these other jokers coming up there faking, trying to start a new line. And they got all high and drunk. And then they fell asleep. And then somebody else took their spot, which we told them. I was like, the line starts over here. The line ain't over there. When you line up at the store, you line up on the entry side of the door. If it has an exit and an entry, why the fuck would you line up at the the exit side? Because when the store opens, they don't want you to go in that side. They want you to go in through the entry side. Some cats, 4 cats, tried to. I mean, it was just some shit, man. Y'all gotta watch the video for that. But they wound up not getting one. Apparently, I was married to my man's wife, and all this. I mean, it was just a whole bunch of dumb shit, man, that went out there. But them cats didn't get one. They had 8 of them, and they only sold 7 because they gave one employee brought one. And then as I'm walking out, this jackass that I used to work with, this motherfucker gonna say, man, I got $700 for that joint, man. Take it off your hands. I said, I'm not selling my shit, bro. And went to the car. So that's it. But y'all, this is where you have to go to find it if you want to get it. Like I said, it's not a big deal if you don't get it right now. I know some of y'all are mad that y'all want to get this console and they don't have it. But you just have to do your due diligence to get this shit. You know what I'm saying? If I were you, I would check this. I would check all those sites that there's people on the Twitch side that they gave y'all a couple of options. I would check on those sites. And what I would do is check around like 12 o'clock, midnight. Between 12 and 1. Or 12 and 3. Because I don't know when Pop Finder, I don't know when they update their stuff. But as soon as you find out that they have 3 or 4 or 5 of them in stock, that means they're allowed to sell them inside the store, especially with the Target. I would go line up real quick. Real quick. And the good thing about them is that they not going to let you bust through the door. When they see you lined up, they're going to know what you're lined up there for. And they're going to be like, okay, are you lined up here for the PS4? It's like, okay, here's a ticket. Here's a ticket. Here's a ticket. That's all we have. And you can actually go in there and do a little shopping. And then, you know, at the end, buy the junk. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to buy the junk and then take it to your car. Somebody see you take it to your car, and then by the time you get back out there, you got busted windows or fucked up trunk. So, like I said, man, this, and there was another something that's in stock, something. Look through the chat, y'all, on the screen. Scroll up and down and see if you can find it. But that's what you want to do. And, yo, man, I hope everybody that wants to get one of these consoles, they are successful in getting them. Because I know how it is to want something and not to have it, especially at a time like this, what we're going through with this pandemic thing. Video game playing is a lot of stressful relief. It releases a lot of tension, a lot of stress. If you're going through stuff like that, it's a good way to release your stress. And if you can't find a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, just hold out. Just don't do the eBay thing, man. Don't do it, man. Because you're going to spend more money. All that money that you spend, at the end of the day, you're going to look at that console in a couple of weeks and be like, I cannot believe I just spent $2,000 on this motherfucking thing right here. And you go over to your man's house, or you go look online and shit, and you see that the graphics look better online than they do on your TV. Because that's what's happening to me. When I look at some people gameplay online, I'm like, why does this shit look better than mine? It's something with the TV. It's something with the TV, man. But if you don't have the TV to run these consoles, you're not seeing nothing, man. You can say it's a waste of money if you get it and you don't have the TV, or you can say you're just future-proofing yourself. But if you get these next-gen consoles, you're going to have to get a new TV. It's no doubt about it. You're going to have to get a new TV. You have no ways around it. You got to get a new TV. And you got to get some extra storage. So that $2,000 that you paid on eBay for that console, you got ripped off, bro. Especially these people that pay for these pre-orders. That's a big scam right there. Never pay for pre-orders of anything if you're paying for pre-orders for a graphics card or something like that, because you're just buying the piece of paper. That's where eBay gets you. You're buying a piece of paper. That's it. You're buying a pre-order piece of paper. That's all that you're buying. You're not buying the console. You're buying the piece of paper. The GameStop piece of paper, that screenshot of that Best Buy pre-order, or whatever pre-order that they got it from. You're just buying that, because what's going to happen is that whoever's selling you that shit, they're going to keep delaying you and saying, okay, it's going to be in the mail. It's going to be in the mail. It's going to be in the mail. If you don't get it within, I think, like 30 days, you're shit out of luck. Especially the people that pre-ordered, that brought the pre-order before this shit even came out. They're past their 30 days. And some of these sellers are marking those next-gen consoles, the Xboxes and the PlayStations, they're marking them as delivered. And when you go back and contest it, You know, you may get a person that don't give a fuck. It's like, it's been 30 days. How come you didn't contact? Well, it didn't come out until whatever. Well, you shouldn't have accepted the delivered status. Or they can deliver the shit and it could be a PlayStation 3 in that box. You don't know. You don't know with these. eBay is such a scam, man. eBay is such a scam. Don't buy nothing from eBay. Don't buy no next gen consoles from eBay, or you gonna be real fucked up. All right. So, hey, man, that's my thing. Yo, before I go, please don't forget the 2 promotions that we are currently running, which is the Christmas giveaway. You're getting a whole ton of games: Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 3D, All Star, Cyberpunk, Spider-Man Miles Morales. You're also getting Call of Duty, Cold War, and Madden 21. And you can get that by donating $5 to the Gamer Show through our Cash App. That's $THAGAMERSSHOW. And we're also giving away Cyberpunk alone whenever this shit decides it wants to come out. That's donating $1 to get your ticket. Okay? And again, you do that through Cash App. That's $THAGAMERSSHOW. Right? When you do these donations, you must specify what contest you are getting a raffle ticket from. If you do $5, we're assuming that you're part of the raffle, the Christmas raffle giveaway. If you do like $2 or $3, we assume, hey, well, you're probably doing a Cyberpunk. What do you want it on, PlayStation or Xbox? You must specify. You donate the $3. I want 2 Xbox tickets, 1 PlayStation ticket. Okay, so those will be 2 separate drawings. We will be drawing for the Xbox version of Cyberpunk and the PlayStation version of Cyberpunk on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, we will be announcing the winner of all of these games. The more people that participate, the more prizes that we're going to be giving away. And both of these, we're not sponsored. We're not sponsored by anybody. So when you win these, you must pay for your own shipping. That's just the bottom line. Pay for your own shipping, man. Especially if you win that Christmas giveaway. You're getting well over $300 worth of merchandise. If you're going to squabble about $10 or $15 or how much, because we're trying to pack that thing up. So if you want to squabble that anyway, then you really don't deserve it. If you win the Cyberpunk, $2 or $3 for your shipping, you're getting a $60 game, $50 game, or whatever it is. Come on, man. Come on, man. Support the show. You know what I mean? Or if you just want to donate to the Game Show so we can still bring you content like this and do more giveaways, you can do that also by going through Cash App. That's $THAGAMERSSHOW. And we spelled the Game Show THA, not THE. It's THA. All right? So, I want to thank everybody who watched, who's watching the live broadcast right now, or if you're tuning in, watching the restream of this. Of course, we're streaming on Twitch TV, Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook. Y'all have a happy holiday. I will see y'all soon in another stream, but that's it. Do not do that eBay shit. Do not. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're just now joining us, just rewind the footage back to the front and then you can see why. It's not a big deal owning these consoles and why you shouldn't buy it all. Okay? Alright, y'all. Y'all be easy. I'll see you next time.